Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I'm dedicating this video to ride apps in Cambodia. There are three main ones that you have to install on your phone before you come here, or when you land you can set up your phone plan and then install them afterwards. But I'm going to run through all three apps and tell you the benefits of all of them, and at the end of the video I'm going to tell you which one is the cheapest and some other things that I discovered along the way. And I have a story at the end of the video I want to tell you guys. It might be helpful for when you're using these apps, so stick around to the end. I've got the bonus tip and the story to tell you. So first things first guys, you have to use ride apps in Southeast Asia because it'll save you tons of headaches. You'll have very little stress when it comes to getting around cities and different parts of towns. Or you can ride a bicycle, rent a bike, and you don't have to install any of these apps.
Dang! You got shocks, pegs. You ever take it off any sweet jumps?
Well, but seriously, these apps save you so many headaches. You don't have to haggle for prices. You don't have to worry about a driver taking you off to some place and then charging you crazy amounts of money. Like 10, 20 years ago, you had to haggle, you had to try to get the best price. You'd run into so many problems, like the drivers, taking you someplace and then maybe wanting to take you to sell you something or sell you some gems or jewels, or they take you to their cousin's house and try to sell you something, that kind of thing. So with these ride apps, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So do yourself a favor, install all three of these apps on your phone before you come to Cambodia. And once you get to Cambodia, you can just set up everything with your phone plan and then arrange it so you can set up your credit card with some of them. And I use cash in Cambodia with the apps. Chances are you're not going to be able to use your credit card with these apps, so make sure you bring cash. You can use USD or Cambodian Riel. I'll talk about the prices in more detail a little bit later in the video, but first let me give you guys some background on each of the apps. So first, Grab. Grab is probably the most popular ride app in all of Southeast Asia. They use it in Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. It's actually based in Singapore. I think it was founded there. And I think they also use it in the Philippines, maybe Laos, and Myanmar too, I think. So if you're already familiar with Grab, you might just want to use that. Though it's well worth downloading the other two because you have other advantages, mainly one being a lot cheaper than the other.
A whole lot cheaper.
The next app you want to download and install on your phone is TADA. TADA is also based in Singapore, and it operates in Cambodia, Singapore, and I think Vietnam. And it's sort of like the new one on the block, I think. I've never used it that much, though. The first time I did use it was here. I just used it a few days ago. It's very similar to the other two. Most of the drivers have all three installed on their phones, so there's no like dedicated Grab driver or dedicated PassApp driver. They just all use all three apps, I think. I actually heard of TADA from a driver here. He gave me a referral code, and I'll let you know at the end a few other coupon codes. You won't save too much money with the coupon codes, but if you use them frequently enough, it might add up. So it's a great way to save even more money with these apps, using the coupon codes and the referral codes. And the third, but perhaps most important app that you should install in Cambodia is the PassApp. It is a Cambodian-based company. And as far as I know, PassApp only operates in Cambodia and no other countries yet. That might change with time, but for right now, it's the dedicated Cambodian ride app and driver app. Okay, so let's talk about the features of all the apps. Once you have them all downloaded onto your phone, you'll see that the layout and the design is all very similar. They offer basically three ride options. First, you have the tuk-tuks, which are, I guess, similar to the tuk-tuks in Thailand. They just look a little bit different. And the second option is the remorques. That's the motorcycle one where they have the motorcycle attached to the carriage or the trailer in the back. And the third option is a car or SUV. You'll find that the tuk-tuk option is the cheapest for all the apps, and then second cheapest is the remorque, and lastly you have the car and the SUV, which is quite pricey. If you're traveling alone or with just another person or a couple people, you could use the tuk-tuk. I could imagine it'd be quite cramped with 3 people in a tuk-tuk, but the remorques will take, I believe, 3 to 4 people. And if you got a family or something with you, then you gotta take the car, unfortunately. Personally, I've just been using the tuk-tuks the whole time. It's the cheapest option on all the apps. I took a remorque once, just for the experience. They're a little bit more expensive, like you might pay another $1 or $2. It depends on the distance you're traveling. I find that the longer distance, the more you can save on PassApp. TADA is the second cheapest, whereas Grab you're going to pay the most. Even though PassApp tends to be the cheapest of them most of the time, you should still download all 3 of them, because there is some chance that, the driver's they might not use one of the apps. Everyone uses Grab and PassApp. I don't think everyone uses TADA here. But yeah, install all 3 of them and compare the prices. It might change, It might change over time too. Like Grab might lower their prices, seeing how there's competition. I could see that in the future, like maybe a year from now, Grab could lower the prices similar to PassApp's. But as it stands now, PassApp is the cheapest. If you're going short distances, PassApp's usually like maybe $1 or $2 cheaper. And TADA is comparable to PassApp sometimes. So I usually look at TADA and PassApp to compare. I don't use Grab much here at all. Some birds chirping above me here. I'll go in between these buses. Talk a little bit more about the apps. There's a dog sleeping under one of the buses. I guess that's not the best place to talk about these apps. My heart skipped a beat there. The dog surprised me. Cambodia is the land of smiles too. I always see people smiling sometimes when I'm recording and I do some point of view footage, get a few smiles here and there. I just ducked into the night market area. There's some people setting up shop here. I did a walkthrough of this place in another video, so you guys might want to check that one out if you're interested. So for the ride apps, I think the best one is the PassApp. It's the cheapest. Doesn't matter if you go short distance or long distance, it's always going to be cheaper. using PassApp, but especially with long distances. I did a test with all 3 apps, going from my hotel area to the airport, and in every case, PassApp was cheaper, especially with long distances. You could save like 50%, even more in some cases, using PassApp. So that should be your go-to app when you're in Cambodia. Let's go this way. I'll turn back. It's pretty quiet in here. If you come here at night, it's a lot busier, and they're generally trying to sell you stuff with every shop you go by. Doesn't look like there's many people around right now. It's like 2:30 in the afternoon. There's a couple black cats at the end here. You know what, when I did the app comparison, long distance, Grab was almost double the price of PassApp. But if you're going short distances, they're very comparable. Grab might be another $1 or $2 more expensive, but long distance, it makes a big difference. So definitely use PassApp if you're going a long way. And I mentioned the coupon codes a little bit earlier in the video, but if you guys want to save a little bit more money, you can use the coupon codes when you sign up using all 3 of the apps. So I think Grab, PassApp, and the TADA app all offer discounts when you sign up, so you can get like $1 off your first ride. And for the TADA app, the driver gave me a referral code. I'll leave that in the description, the code for the TADA app, and you can get a discount on the TADA app using that. Plus, when you first install TADA, they'll give you a discount coupon as well, so you can save a couple dollars on your first 2 TADA rides. This is a good place to record audio. I'm going to go back to the night market while it's still deserted. So check out the coupon code in the description and you might be able to get the extra discount. It should be still valid, though if too many people use it, it might not be something you can use, but give it a try, it might work. There's one more thing I wanted to tell you guys. It's my story about going to Angkor Wat on one of the days. I got a temple pass for 7 days, but the one day I went there, the last day I went there, I just intended to go to one temple and shoot video just to around the one temple and maybe the surrounding areas. So I had an idea like, I'll just, I'll book the PassApp one way there and then book it again on the way back. But I had a problem. I booked the one way, and generally the tuk-tuk driver will ask you for a tour on your first booking when you go one way. That's what I did a couple times. A few times I got just a kind of a mini tour. I paid them, the first guy I paid $20 US for the full day, and then the second guy I paid, I think it was like $15, $10 to $15, and it was just sort of for a half day. So if you guys are trying to be clever like I was and just booking the one way and not having to take a tour or pay them more to just hang around for you, I would advise not to do that. Is what happened to me. I booked the one way on PassApp and I just told the driver, no, it's okay, I'm just going to hang around that temple and just book another one on the way back. You don't have to hang around, just, you know, make money picking up other people, because I didn't know how long I was going to be, and I just thought I'll book one driver on the way there and then a new driver on the way back. I don't think you should do that, because I had a problem on the way back. It was really difficult to find a driver on the way back. None of them were accepting my requests on PassApp and Grab and TADA, so I was lucky to find one person. They had a motorbike and they were just driving by, and they recognized me from before. I think it was one of the temple security guys. No thanks. So yeah, thank you to the temple security guy. He gave me a ride back. So if there's anything you guys take away from this video, it should be this: always book a tour with your driver when you head there. If you're booking on one of the apps, don't try to save money in booking a one-way drive there and a one-way back, because you might get stuck there like I did, and you might not be as fortunate finding a driver who's willing to drive you back if you're far within the temple area. You could potentially do it if you're just going to Angkor Wat, like the main temple Angkor Wat, because it's closer to town. But if you're going and exploring other areas that are farther off, it could be really difficult to find a driver on one of those ride apps on the way back. So play it safe and book a half-day tour or a full-day tour with the driver that picks you up from your hotel.